New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now a play fake here on first down. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Craig Robertson coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Now he'll escape to his right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled.
On first down, Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Well, an impressive stat on Drew Brees as the Saints come back out on offense. Last week against the Bears, he hit his 6,000th career completion.
That is worthy of a standing ovation from all of us who love football, right? He deserves that. Just a third in NFL history to hit that threshold. Brett Favre, Peyton Manning before him. And think of all the quarterbacks who played this great game. They're all looking down, those who are no longer with us, and saying, I didn't even get a chance to throw it 6,000 times, let alone complete it this much. Yeah, not bad for a second-round draft pick.
Brees throwing on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Brees. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that, because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
1st down and goal to go from the 7. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Before the offense gets going again, league-wide story here. You and I got a kick out of Juju Smith-Schuster post-game comments because he had a long touchdown, and he said he kept looking over his shoulder because his Madden rating was only an 82 or an 83, thought he was going to get caught.
Yeah, you can tell he's a youngster because us old folks, that's when the Satchel Paige quote comes in. Don't look back, someone might be gaining on you. But I love the fact that he said, my rating, I thought I was faster than that, essentially. Well, guess what? The ratings get updated each week. Juju, you will be an 89 starting next week. And by the way, your actual rating prior to, it was 88.
Yeah, you were a little off, but bottom line, don't look back, just fly forward. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 48 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, Rawls. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Now Wilson on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. They run with a power back. Rolls. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. First down, this is Rolls. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Wilson going to give to Rolls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. On third down, Process. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a
say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Got some room at the 30, and it's caught. Kobe Flater. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Breeze hands to Ingram. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ingram again. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Shotgun now for Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They go again with Rawls. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Wilson to give to Rawls. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Pistol, it's Rawls. Space to maneuver at the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be first down here. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain. From the shotgun, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Easy. Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Three there. 12. Sit. Ready. Like kill. Here we go. Switch.
On second down, here's Breeze. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall so they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It was exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll hand to Rawls. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Wilson flushed out right. Space to run past the 20. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A give going left is Rawls. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Brought in left side by Snead. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Where the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now it's Ginn. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints, they'll have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Frank Clark in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A swing pass caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. The Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Oh, twisting away. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hard work. You've been watching.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, 2 quarterbacks will be on the field today.
As you get a look inside CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. 23 yards on the play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson throwing again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Craig Robertson coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They give it to Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. And an alley to run. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baldwin. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st down, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Third down, here's Rawls. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team, helps them start their comeback.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Breeze now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return it, Alvin Kamara. Spins past it, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Easy.
To throw is Breeze. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Baldwin with it over the middle. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. For Rawls. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's John Ryan now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Ginn. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. We can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On second down, Ingram. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Breeze. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Seahawks. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out.
There goes Thomas Rolls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rolls, 57 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Ready.
Breeze now to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Breeze. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's got Roan. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second down following the run.
Ready.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side.